G'day, Ian here. Welcome back to another episode of Look Out for Lookouts. This particular episode we're going to be talking about those good Aussie pies and what's your sauce. Now you can't have a good Aussie pie without your favourite sauce. But what is your favourite sauce? Hang on a second. What's that, mate? Oh, okay, so you like a bit of dead horse on your pie. All right. Okay, take care. Thanks for the comment, mate. Beauty. Have a good one. The bloke was just saying that he likes a bit of dead horse on his pie. Well, for those who are unfamiliar with rhyming slang, particularly Australian rhyming slang, a dead horse means tomato sauce, as you would see here in this illustration. That's what most people would be familiar with. However, I didn't grow up enjoying tomato sauce on my pie. I'll tell you the story how it developed. Well, I grew up in a sugarcane farm on the central north coast of Queensland, west of a place called Mackay. Now, every few months we'd go into town for the shopping. Now, on the way home, Dad would always insist of pulling up to see the pie man and his cart there on Nebo Road heading south towards Serena and Rockhampton. Now, this pie cart was a olive green colour, I think, if I remember correctly. It was an iconic one because it was there for many years. Now we'd pull up, I'd get out with Dad, being the oldest of the kids, and be with Dad as he ordered the pies for us and the rest of the family. Now, I watched that pie man. He'd open that oven up, a wood-fired oven, he'd open it up and take out a pie, get that spatula and slip that lid off that pie quicker than Jonesy could take a 4X cap off a stubby at a free barbecue. And then reveal the piping hot, beautiful gravy and the mince inside. Now, my dad liked peas. So again, he'd get that spatula and lay a slab of peas down there like a good brickie would, putting down a tie between bricks. And then to finish it off, he'd always have Worcestershire sauce. Now, what sauce did he have? Well, I just happened to have, not the original bottle, of course, but here's one here, the original Holbrook's sauce. So when I grew up with a pie and peas and sauce, it was with the Holbrooks. Now, I come to learn later on that Holbrook's was not the only Worcestershire sauce. There was also Lee and Perrins, as you see here, who were the original makers of the Worcestershire sauce in England. Now, as time went on, people's tastes changed. So again, if you were going back to the original tomato sauce, it was normally Rosella, like this one here. Now, again, people's tastes change, as we know today. What other sauces came along? Well, the next sauce I remember was the Eater barbecue in the red bottle, like you see here on the illustration. And of course, as years went by, there was other ones. I'm just trying to think of a couple. Oh yeah, there was steak and onion, smoky barbecue, chili sauce. The list goes on now to what people like on their pies. But again, I was always brought up with the original Holbrooks. Now, I had a change of heart recently. We were visiting our relatives in Toowoomba, and I had the opportunity to taste a new Worcestershire sauce. That one is Outback Black. So again, it's a Worcestershire sauce similar to Lee and Perrins and the Holbrooks and other ones, a similar recipe, slight variation, but there was something unusual about the taste of this particular sauce. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it or my mouth around it, so to speak. And then it suddenly dawned on me, I'd had that taste before. And then I remembered, on the farm, Dad would always have for lunch good thick home-baked bread with a good slab of corned beef with the original cheddar cheese on it. I can't say what the original name is now, but the original cheddar cheese, you older ones will know what I mean. And then, of course, he would get IXL plum jam, as you can see here, out of the tin. He'd get a tablespoon of that and then half a teaspoon of the Holbrook sauce, mix that together to make a spicy chutney, and then of course put that on his sandwich. And that was the taste, when I had this Outback Black, that was the familiar taste that I had. And I thought, why is that? Well, I checked on the ingredients, and lo and behold, what do you see? Ingredient number 2, plum jam. So thanks to Outback Black, you've given me some great memories of my days on the farm eating corned beef and cheese sandwiches with Dad's plum jam and Worcestershire mixture. So that was the taste. So that's it, Outback Black. So what I'm going to try now is I'm going to try this on a pie and see how it goes. Now, I've gone to the local pie shop, and this one is from the Beaudesert Bakehouse. Now, the Beaudesert Bakehouse has a full range of pastries, all different sorts of pies. You can get drinks, sandwiches, cakes, large cakes, small ones, soft drinks, any number of things, coffee and tea, anything you like you can get there. So I got one of my favourites from there, which was the chunky beef with the mushy peas. Now I'm just going to take the lid off here, and I'm going to give this a splash and see how we go with the Outback Black on this one. Okay, plenty of sauce there. All right. Just excuse me because there's mushy peas all over the place here. Okay, beauty. That's the exact taste I was talking about. So if you get the opportunity, hang on a second, and you're going through Beaudesert on your travels looking for those fire towers, don't forget to call into the Beaudesert Bakehouse and get online some Outback Black sauce to go with it. You won't be disappointed. Okay folks, I'm going to have a feed now, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care out there, and look after yourselves. And don't forget, keep an eye out for that great Aussie pie and your favourite sauce. Take care. See you next time.